Alrighty guys, what's going on? It's Zarks, and we're back here looking at the Republic, of course, and we're going to be looking at the Jedi Knight Sentinel now. Pretty much the Marauder from the Sith Warrior side, except in Jedi forms. Oh my goodness, so much difference. Actually, there's quite a bit of difference within this, and you'll notice it as I read on, if you've seen or read up on the Marauder at all. Okay, so Sentinel. Control and focus are the hallmarks of the Sentinel. Through years of training, the Sentinel learns the art of using two lightsabers simultaneously to create an intricate web of damage that is almost impossible to evade. Okay, so these guys would be, your damage dealers, DPS, of the Jedi Knights, of course. And we'll go ahead and look at the Watchman right now. The Sentinel masters the dual lightsaber form, making him more dangerous as a fight goes on. Okay, again, the forms. The form seems to be consistent within the Knights and the Sith Warriors, like they both tend to use forms. It's almost like, again, in WoW with battle stance, defensive stance, and berserker stance, just things of that nature, and apparently making him more dangerous as the fight goes on. My guess is you'd slowly, progressively get more dangerous, and say you'd pick up a slowly stacking buff or something of that nature, and you could possibly release it into an ability. That's just what I think could be a possibility. Anyways, I'll show you guys these abilities right here, and we will talk about them. Overload lightsaber. Well, interesting. Instance. Cooldown is 12 seconds. Charges your lightsabers with deadly energy for 15 seconds, causing your next 3 successful melee attacks to attack the target to make the target burn for 491 elemental damage over 6 seconds. Stacks up to 3 times. This effect cannot occur for more than once every 1.5 seconds. Okay, so you burn. It just applies a dot, and that's just extra damage over time, of course. Okay, so it'll eventually stack up, and you'll eventually start doing a lot more damage as it goes on. So these guys could definitely consist as a damage over time dealer. It's kind of like the Marauder. The Marauder and the Sentinels are two totally different things, yet two in the same. So it seems to be, damage over time seems to be a really heavy part of both of these guys. And the dual-wielding lightsabers, which is pretty epic if you ask me. Alright, Merciless Zeal. Passive. Critical hits with burn effects heal you for 2% of your maximum health. Okay, so when you critically hit and burn effects are on the target, it will heal you for 2%. That's quite a lot. So if, say, you consistently critical hit with burn effects, then you're going to heal yourself rather well. I could see how that might actually be overpowered. Again, I haven't played it, but I could definitely see how it could be overpowered. It's definitely a possibility, there's no doubt about that. Okay. Combat. Allows the Sentinel to master the Ataru lightsaber form to rapidly dispatch enemies. Alrighty, that's pretty cool. Let's see how this is. Apparently it seems to be a haste, kind of quick thing, is from what I can tell. Alright, Blade Rush. Instant, its range is 4 meters. Alright, strikes the target with both weapons for 647 to 729 weapon damage, and automatically triggers an Ataru form strike. I assume that's just an extra hit, or whatever. For 6 seconds after using Blade Rush, your Ataru form has an extra 30% chance to be triggered. Alrighty, so that's a form that can be apparently triggered. So it can be turned on, and I assume it will do more damage. That's what I would assume and guess from this. I'm ready to see how it's actually applied in game. This should be really interesting to see how they use this. Again, these are kind of different from Marauders. I kind of like how they've done this. It's gonna really blow WoW off its feet, I believe. Anyways, tangent. You'll find out why me getting on tangents will be interesting here in a second. Opportune Attack. Passive. Your Ataru form hits have 100% chance to make your next focus spinner deal 10% more damage. There you go. When you're in Ataru form, you have a 100% more chance to make your next focus spinner deal 10% more damage. More damage is good. That's more DPS. Again, these guys are the DPS side on the Jedi Knights. It's really a rather interesting thing. And again, the focus shared thing, I did a pretty in-depth cover of it over on the Guardian side of the video if you wanted to go check it out on the channel, or if you've already seen it, then you understand what's going on over there. But anyways, I have also some other interesting news. Over on g3-radio.net, I'm going to put the link in the description, and you can go there, and Saturday, 5 to 7 p.m. Eastern Time, I will be doing a show. I will be running a show for, say, video gaming. It's kind of a DJ show, you know, breaks in between with music and all that nonsense, which is I'm all cool with. It's going to be really interesting and neat to really get to play along with. And also with the, I'm going to cover all the new games that are coming out in November, such as Skyrim, who knows, even SWTOR could come out at that point, which I would really love. But Skyrim, possibly this, Battlefield 3, and Modern Warfare 3, just for the heck of it, because people do like coverage of that, because for whatever reason, even though it's just a candy bar that has new wrapping pretty much every time. You can criticize for that if you want to. I don't care. That's how I believe it is. But you know what? It's really looking like a big chance for me, and I really would love it if you guys would go listen to it, support me. I would really appreciate it. It'd be really awesome. And I will have guests, daily and stuff like that. It should be really interesting. But if you guys would do that for me, I would really appreciate it. Subscribe, like, comment, and tell me anything you might want to see. I'm always up for requests. I'm not going to deny you, unless, of course, I just can't do it. I just can't get it. Then I'd have to deny you, which that seems reasonable, I would assume. And yeah, one more thing: the American government wants to pass streaming to be illegal. You can read more on this you can go find Cynical Brit. He posted a link about it. It's screwed up. It has a chance to ruin what I want to do for what I would consider the rest of my life. So I would really appreciate it if you guys would go check that out. Maybe sign against it. That would be really awesome. It would prevent you guys from getting a lot of good content from a lot of really good American gamers. So yeah, guys, this has been Zarks. I really hope you guys have enjoyed this video. It's been a lengthy one, I understand that, but I hope you guys will go check that out also. A stream or whatever. Should be a really good show. Should really get you some information. And this has been Zarks. Appreciate you guys for subscribing, whoever has. And this has been Zarksies. You guys have a good one.